If you're an indie author, stick around because I'm going to talk about my disastrous Kindle countdown deal, as well as the promo stacking strategy I used for promoting it. A Kindle countdown deal is it's basically just an easy way to discount your book on Amazon for a limited amount of time, up to 7 days, and you can discount the book down to 99 cents. And one of the great things about a Kindle countdown deal is you get a higher royalty with Amazon. So for an Amazon ebook, usually if you price your book at 99 cents, the royalty is 35%. However, during a Kindle countdown deal, if you price your book at 99 cents for up to 7 days, the royalty is 70%. Now, if you're doing the math, you're probably assuming that 70% on a 99-cent book is about 70 cents per book, and you would be wrong. Actually, Amazon charges an 18-cent delivery fee. So to be specific, 18 cents for my specific book, Grover Wilcox Goes to the Circus, because they base it on the file size. So for me, the royalty is actually 52 cents per book. You're probably wondering why Amazon charges a delivery fee for a product that doesn't require a delivery driver. But honestly, how else is Jeff Bezos supposed to get by, especially in this economy? In the publishing world, specifically in the indie publishing and self-publishing world, it's extremely competitive. Every day there's literally thousands and thousands of new books entering the marketplace on Amazon. On the one hand, it's great. It's great that publishing is democratized in this way. But on the other hand, it just makes it more crowded in the marketplace. So it makes it a lot more difficult to break through the noise and get folks to notice your book. One of the best ways to market your book is to use online marketing platforms. There's several of them available, but the gold standard is BookBub. If you can get a featured deal on BookBub, you are good to go. You are going to sell a whole lot of books. Here's the problem though. BookBub, it's extremely competitive because they are so successful. It's not impossible, but it's next to impossible. One great alternative is a marketing strategy called promo stacking. Promo stacking is when you layer multiple marketing platforms together over the course of a couple of days with the larger goal of creating a surge of book sales. It's kind of like that movie Moneyball, where Brad Pitt plays the baseball executive, and he's trying to figure out how to make his small market team more competitive with the big market teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap, and then there's us. It's an unfair game.
So since it's a small market team, he doesn't have enough money to go out and purchase one really, really good player. He spreads his budget out to get several undervalued players, and the goal is, by doing that, he'll reach the same results. So for my promo stack, I used the following marketing platforms: eReader IQ, Book Cave, Book Raid, Fussy Librarian, Books Butterfly, Hello Books, Bargain Booksy, Book Barbarian, and BookSense. Now, for context, if I were lucky enough to get a feature deal on BookBub for my book, Grover Wilcox Goes to the Circus, it would cost me $583. And for BookBub, that's specific to fantasy books, so each of their genres has a different price, and those prices are based on how many readers they have signed up to their mailing list for a particular genre. But using the Moneyball strategy of promo stacking, I got 9 smaller promos for a total of $425.80. Going into this Kindle countdown deal, I had 3 primary goals. I wanted to break even, earning back all the money I spent on the promo stack. I wanted my book to reach #1 on Amazon, and I wanted to trigger the Amazon algorithm to get my book more visibility. Of those 3 goals, breaking even was always going to be a bit of a gamble.
You bet on me like I bet on you.
But here's why I felt good about taking that gamble. BookBub, by itself, has 1.3 million readers signed up for their fantasy book mailing list. In contrast, the 9 separate promos I signed up for together have a combined list of 1.4 million readers. So of those 1.4 million readers, all I had to do was get 819 of them to buy my book. Sounds like a winning strategy, right? So what exactly went wrong? On day one of the countdown, I signed up for 3 promos for that day. The idea was I wanted day one to start with as much momentum as possible with the hopes that the rest of the promo stack would carry me through the countdown deal. So for day one, I used eReader IQ, Book Cave, and Book Raid. I spent a total of $82 on these 3 marketing platforms. And by the end of day one, I sold 11 books. I also got 61 Kindle Unlimited page reads. Quick side note, in terms of breaking even, I was only counting book sales, but I wasn't thinking about Kindle Unlimited page reads. However, that's still money that goes into my royalties. So of course, I'm rolling that money into the ultimate goal of breaking even. So for day one, between my ebook sales and my Kindle Unlimited page reads, I earned a total of $6.54 in royalties, earning me a net total of negative $74.46 in profit. So after day one, as far as breaking even goes, we're off to a really bad start. But as far as that second goal of getting into number one on the bestseller list, we made some pretty good progress. We peaked at number 9 on day one, so that's not bad at all. Now, that third goal about triggering the algorithm, there's not really a quantifiable way of determining how effectively I did that. But the main way I know is, am I getting book sales and am I rising up on the bestseller list? So there's that. For day two, I used Fussy Librarian and I spent $28.80 on that promo. I sold 10 books and I got 97 KU page reads for a total of $6.14 in royalties, bringing my profit to negative $22.66. So at the end of day two, my profits are not great. That goal of breaking even is equally not looking very good. But the bestseller goal, we're moving in the right direction. So after day two, my book made it up to number 3. So that was awesome. That's the good news. The bad news is, ultimately, the book would peak at number 3. On the bright side, it stayed at number 3 for the rest of the countdown, which is to say it was there for about 5 or 6 days. But I couldn't break through to number 1, so that goal ultimately didn't work out. But for that bigger goal of breaking even, I still had some hope. So just like Jesus said on Easter, that's what day 3 is for. On day 3, I used Books Butterfly. That promo cost me $90, and with it, I sold 3 books, and I got 603 Kindle Unlimited page reads for a total of $4.42 in royalties for a net profit of negative $85.58. Going into day 3, I was trying to be optimistic, but by the time we got to the end of day 3, I kind of knew where this train was heading. On day 4, I used Hello Books, and I spent $50 on that promo. I sold 5 books, and I got 307 Kindle Unlimited page reads for a total of 431 cents in royalties for a profit of negative $45.69. For day 5, I used Bargain Booksy. This one cost me $100, and for that I sold 16 books and I got 147 Kindle Unlimited page reads for a total of $11 in royalties and a profit of negative $89. For day 6, I used Book Barbarian. I spent $40. I sold 10 books and I got 107 KU page reads for a total of $6.18 in royalties for a profit of negative $33.82. Okay, so there's 1 day left. I mean, miracles do happen, can happen, might happen. On day 7, I used BookSends. I spent $35 and I sold 6 books and I got 69 Kindle Unlimited page reads for a total of $3.73 in royalties for a profit of negative $31.27. Woof. That was rough. Let's check out the final results. Overall, on this promo stack, I spent $425.80. I sold 61 books, and I got a total of 1,391 KU pages read. Total royalties for the week, $42.33 for a net profit of negative $383.47. So, at the end of the week, looking back on the data, the big question is, what went wrong? Let me start with the first and most obvious answer. I have no idea. Maybe it was the time of year I ran the deal. Maybe it was the genre. Maybe it was the synopsis. Maybe it was the book cover. Maybe people just aren't interested in reading my book. Maybe people just aren't interested in reading at all. But if I learned anything in this process, I suppose it's this. Thanks for watching. Before you go, download a free copy of my award-winning collection, Dolph the Unicorn Killer and Other Stories.